Well, you don't have to travel halfway across the world to take your family on an exotic vacation.
You could head to Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium. They're opening it up for family campouts one day next month and then again in October.
And Mandi Krebs returns. Welcome back, Mandi.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
We've been talking about this Acouchi for the last 2 or 3 days on the show here. What is this thing? What's an Acouchi?
An Acouchi is a rodent from South America. And in fact, people call it a squirrel rat, and that's really actually, it's kind of accurate. It's a rodent, but it does act very similar to a squirrel.
But what makes it different from a squirrel,
coloration.
for
It's
example?
kind of, it's got this yellow greenish tint.
It does, it does. Well, it's very different from a squirrel in that it doesn't have that long fluffy tail, and it doesn't climb up in trees. But what it does do that's similar to a squirrel is it hides nuts. So it finds all these seeds and fruits in the rainforest in South America, and it hides them in the ground, and then he can come back and find them at another time.
So this thing buries the nut? It buries the nuts? What do you mean in the ground?
Buries it. It'll dig a little hole in the ground, bury that nut, put some dirt over top of it, and then run away. Now when he's hungry or like food sources are a little bit lower, he'll come back to those spots and dig them up and eat them later.
They have these buried nuts all over the place.
They do.
And he knows where they know where to find them?
Usually he does, but sometimes he actually will forget about them. And so what's really actually nice about these guys and beneficial to the rainforest is that he'll grow new trees. So he kind of acts like a little farmer too when he forgets where he puts it.
How difficult is it to get a harness on an Acouchi?
Well,
that's a nice leash.
That's a good question. Actually, he's very used to being handled, and we work with him quite a bit.
He's
so
one of your
familiar.
ambassadors.
He's one of our animal ambassadors, so he's pretty familiar with wearing the harness. But I wouldn't suggest you try it with a squirrel in your backyard.
I understand.
No, yeah, don't harness a squirrel. Can we pet those? How friendly is this guy?
Well, he's pretty comfortable with people. It certainly depends, but yeah, you can sometimes touch and feel how his fur, it's kind of rough, and you can see it has that little shimmery quality.
Would you mind? Am I allowed to touch him?
You're allowed to touch him, you bet, right on his back.
Okay,
Yeah, he's not a pet. I mean, he is one of our animal ambassadors that we like to bring out to the public to learn about.
Some upcoming events, and let's start with Labor Day. Starting, this Saturday, Sunday into Monday. What do you have planned?
Right, we have our Labor Day weekend. We're going to have our bounce houses up and ready for everybody to have fun on. We're going to have face painting, and we're going to have special animal presentations all day long, all through the weekend.
And that's free to members?
It sure
Or
is.
it comes with paid admission if you're coming in, so no extra cost there.
And they have these family campouts too. What are these family campouts all? We've never done the family campouts.
These are really fun. So groups of families can sign up, and we have 2 coming up. So one in September on the 6th. That is going to be at our Prairie Dog Pavilion meadow. And you can come and have camp out all night. Come in at about 7 o'clock in the evening, and you stay in tents until about 9 o'clock the next morning.
Do you provide the tents? Do families bring sleeping bags?
Yes, you can bring your own sleeping bag. We have breakfast for you in the morning, a snack for you at night, and one of our animal ambassadors, like the green Acouchi, will come and visit your camp out in the morning.
Pretty cool. Is the ground hard? Do I need to bring an inflatable mattress or anything? You know what I mean?
Whatever you're comfortable.
I can't sleep on these hard floors. I roll over.
Whatever you're comfortable. Yeah, you can just dig that rock out of the way. You'll be fine.
Then the next one's in October. What is happening there that might be unique?
That one is going to be at our Wildlife Safari Park, which is located near Ashland, and it's actually going to include some of our haunted safari activities.
Oh, nice.
So really fun.
Different location, different theme.
Yeah.
So how do these families sign up for these things?
Check our website. You can look under our education tab or call our education department at 738-2092.
Okay, so you can,
And while we're online, you can also learn about L.I.O.N classes.
Yes.
What do those 4 letters stand for?
The zoo is all about education, and we provide a lot of classes year-round for children ages 3 through 12. So our L.I.O.N classes stands for Learning is Our Nature, and it's a fun way, it's very interactive to learn about animals and nature.
How long are these classes? What are they? Is it a day class? Or
Yes, yes, they are. And in fact, in September, we have our topics are ants on parade and beautiful butterflies. So if you have kiddos interested in insects or even just beautiful butterflies, these are great ones to sign up for.
What age range would you recommend for the classes?
You know, it kind of depends on which class you sign up for, but we have classes that are great for the preschoolers, and we have classes that are great for the elementary kids too.
Yeah, at least 3 years of age though.
For our L.I.O.N.
For
our L.I.O.N. classes.
Online, that's omahazoo.com. Everything we're covering here is omahazoo.com.
The Acouchi here, what other animal ambassadors do you have? I think we've seen a penguin here, haven't we? Is it,
we have, yep, we have different parrots. We have like a scarlet macaw, we have a yellow-collared macaw, we have a North American porcupine that's in our Animal Ambassador program, we have a variety of snakes and turtles and other lizards, we have some insects, we have a huge variety of animal ambassadors.
And the benefit of the program is what? What have you noticed over the years?
We want people to feel, to kind of develop that empathy and develop a relationship with animals in a positive way. You're never going to be able to see a green Acouchi this close up in the wild. So these are, you know, they're ambassadors for their kind, for their species, so that you feel a bit of closeness to that animal and you care about the environment that it comes from.
I know you're not prepared to talk about this, but I'm going to ask you about it anyway.
Sure.
My wife was telling me you have the stingray exhibit. What's the deal with that? Is that open now? What's the deal with this?
Yeah, and right now it's open every day. It's open on the weekends. That's really fun. So from 9:30 until 4. You can come and touch a stingray.
You can touch the stingrays?
Yes, you can touch a stingray on its back. You can feel it's kind of almost a slimy yet rough feeling at the same time.
Have you heard about this exhibit?
No.
Yeah.
And for an extra fee, you can buy some of their food, where we'll show you how to feed the stingray, and you can feed them. They'll come and they have really neat teeth and really interesting way that they feed. So they'll actually swim over the top of your hand and suck that little fish right out of your hand.
I don't know what it is about stingray. I'm so intrigued by stingrays. I want to get to this exhibit.
I want to come.
It's wonderful.
9:30 to 4?
Yes.
Is that what you said for the stingray exhibit? Very nice. The zoo, of course, right off the interstate in 10th Street, 733-8400, and online it's omahazoo.com. Thank you. Good information.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing the Acouchi.
I know
Thanks
what
for
I'm doing
having
on
us.
Labor Day. I'm going to feed the stingrays.
A lot of stuff going on down here.
Thanks, Mandy.
Thanks a lot. Guest of the morning.